What'd you say?
What?
What was that word?
About you being Twitter pated.
That's right, guys. All right, well, we're out here at Moonrocks, and we haven't been on a trip or even anything since King of the Hammers. So, got the car perched up on a rock. It's a thing that I like to do. I don't know why.
It is a thing. Has to park it on a rock every time.
That's right. So, we beat the crap out of this car at Moonrocks. I feel like we drove it pretty damn hard, bent the A-arm a little bit. The suspension has settled quite a bit too, because we're dragging belly on a lot of stuff that we normally wouldn't be dragging on, hitting rocks, and that's not good, and it's kind of scary.
Hence the word Twitter pated.
Yeah, I'm Twitter pated, like she said. But the car is acting really weird compared to what because I dialed in the car at King of the Hammers, and it was awesome. It was so awesome. It rode so good, and I don't know what happened, but it is not the same at all. Even because we had it pretty much working really good here before we went to Hammers, and then we went to Hammers, adjusted it some more, and then that same adjustment's not good for here. So it's crazy how much of a difference that really makes.
Yeah, terrain.
Yeah, the terrain really it's rock here, as you can see, a bunch of rock, just like Hammers is too. But
it's a little sandier there.
It's sandier there, and the whoops here are super close together and really choppy because there's a lot of dirt bikes right out here. So out there it's more of Jeeps and desert trucks, so you have more of like the trophy truck style whoops where they're 4 or 5 feet apart and they're just deep, you know, which is what this car handles really good on. But anyways, we're gonna have some fun, go a little bit on the rocks, a little bit of wash action. Not a bit of wash action. She loves the washes. And maybe find a little snow, and we can play around in that for a little bit. I don't know, we're just out here cruising around, making some videos for you guys, and stay tuned, we're gonna have some fun.
Bye. I can barely.
What are you doing, buddy?
I'm trying to get in the racer.
She never drives the RZR. She likes to be passenger, and frankly,
I'm giving a backstory as to why.
I'm kind of scared.
The reason is
she drives like a crazy person.
First of all, I'm fast. Second of all, I'm winded from climbing up into here. And third of all, he's done
2 feet.
He's done so much stuff to it that I wanted him to hurt it first. So after he tipped it and he hurt it and bent the arm and stuff, now I'm like, okay, like if I do something, I don't feel so bad. That's why. Not because I don't want to, because I don't want to hear shit from him. So he hurt it first.
She's crazy. Don't listen to her. She just drives like a nutcase. She has a case of the lead foot in the wrong opportunity. But if that's a disease, it should be. That's for sure.
What do you mean, in residential streets?
Please pray for me, guys. I might die.
Oh, come on. That's a little dramatic.
Okay, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Why? Oh, because there's a GoPro camera?
There's a GoPro right there. There's a GoPro, well, right here.
Do kids call it GoPro camera these days, or do they just say GoPro? Because that's what I said.
You say, do kids call it a GoPro camera? Like, we're not 5 million years old.
I feel like I'm old.
You are old. All right, guys. Well, 10 years later, because she takes forever to strap in.
I have little appendages.
I'm going in for the ride of a lifetime. Please, please, pray for me.
You're so dramatic.
We shall see.
Let's go, Goose! Maverick here!
I just wish we had comms inside our helmets, which is something I need to buy like tomorrow, because the conversation that goes on between us is pretty freaking hilarious. So,
you mean me? I'm the only one that talks.
Yeah, exactly. Well, pray for me. alive.
I'm sweating.
She's sweating.
Well, I had so many layers on.
And hoping we didn't break the car.
Hey! Are you kidding?
We hit some mud. She was decided to hammer down through the whoops, and then decided she was getting crazy and braked. Slams on the brakes in the middle of
slam on the brakes.
Middle of the whoop section.
That was a little dramatic. I didn't slam on them.
She did. And we we got a little crazy. I was trying to explain to her it's either all or nothing in the whoops. You have to go for it or don't bother at all. Never hit your brakes.
I hate the whoops.
And she picked every trail that had whoops.
Seriously.
I'm like, honey, go left. Okay, she goes right.
That is not what happened. Don't make it sound so dramatic. He's being dramatic. I was the best listener I've ever been. He agreed.
What?
You said that earlier. You said this is the best listening I've ever done.
Well, guys, I need a beverage right now because.
Hey, be honest. You just told me that you gave me a B.
I gave her a B. You're right.
So he's making it
but
sound
then
way more dramatic.
But that was minus whoops. You add the whoops in, what'd you get?
A D. But that doesn't matter. It was just one
A
little
D.
section, and I still handled it. I still got us out of it, didn't I?
She almost let go of the steering wheel and said, "You take the wheel," because she
No,
was
I
scared.
didn't.
You told me you did. Don't lie.
Well, you're not supposed to tell things that I tell you in private.
Oh man. Well, we're out here having fun. She got the drive. I'm still.
I just want to go fast. I don't want to deal with the whoops.
Yeah. And then she's like, "Oh my God, why is the car so turning?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's what happens. Suspension."
Well, it's just like.
And she wonders why I'm always turning the wheel while I'm driving, and that's exactly why. Hammer down.
Well, Lottie fucking dog.
Well, we're out here, and I'm hanging out, enjoying a beverage, and she's over here playing with sticks, finding rocks, hiking around. It's such a good day out here. It's a little chilly, but
not terrible.
what did that poor tree do to you?
Well, it's dead. It's burnt.
I thought she was supposed to be one with nature.
I am, always.
We're having a good time. It is so busy here. It's crazy. There's dirt bikes all over the place, and there's a few side-by-sides out here. Not a ton, but
Someone had their dog running on a trail.
yeah, that was absolutely stupid.
Poor
We were coming
dog.
through a wash. Luckily, she was driving because I usually go through that wash at like 70, and she was, 20 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour, and there was somebody literally had a dirt bike and with a dog running next to it,
Chasing it fast.
chasing it, and around a corner they had stopped, and boom, they were right there. Don't do that. That's absolutely stupid. One, it's terrible for a dog to be freaking running after a dirt bike, and two, like,
Puts everyone else in jeopardy.
yeah, what if we came around that corner and the dog was next to it and we hit the dog? Then what? We will feel terrible because we love dogs.
I probably wouldn't get over it for months.
Exactly.
Ever.
That's just dumb. Dumb. I maybe got footage of it. I'm not sure, but we'll see. But yeah.
But I went fast-ish. And got sketch my buddy out a little.
Sketchy.
scoping it out to see if this is something we can go up. And we haven't been on this one before. So he's about to do something a little sketchy, but I think he's going to be able to do it. But it's definitely a little tight. You can't see. It's open. It opens up pretty good right there. But he's going to have to come and put his wheels here on these two and get himself all the way up, pivot up over that, and boom. But knowing him, he's gonna make it work. He's gonna do it. I smell it. I can. Driver, passenger, passenger. Little driver, perfect. Come. Yes. Stop. Okay, come straight. Shit. the GoPro battery didn't just die, because watching him turn this thing around looked like a little kid with like a Tonka truck going. He was having a really good time.
It's in a little valley. Like if you look, turn around, you can show him. Like
I did.
It's like freaking Austin Powers trying to get around in circles here.
But he loved it. He had a great time doing it. You know he did. I was just standing there watching. Anyway, valiant effort, but goodbye, Gates of Mordor. We will try you again another time. emergency. I have to have all my safety gear. He's doing this without my safety gear. Ah! I'm not a rock climbing person. I'm a vagina. Front passenger wheel was no longer on anything. So he has to kind of pump the gas pedal a little bit when our belt gets overheated to get like airflow back into the belt to cool it down, and it's been overheating a lot today. So we've just used the shit out of it. It's the belt that came with the car. We've not replaced it yet, so I think it's starting to kind of get worn. But anyway, here he goes. You have to stay perfectly straight right there. Nope, you're slipping. You're like just slightly too narrow almost. No. Side isn't actually touching rock. It's like the hubcap part that's rubbing against. Here we go again. Time to be a billy goat. Wow. Okay.
Well, we're trying to go up the chute up here, and we just don't quite have the wheelbase for it. So we're going up the chute, tires are a little muddy, ended up on my side. Put the door through the ringer, ripped off the fender. This was all bent in, but it's cool, you know. Broke the mirror. Definitely wasn't the best of times, but we just.
But it happens.
We kind of just slid out, and like going through the mud right here. Definitely wasn't ideal for that slippery sidewall.
But at least you made an attempt.
That's right, made an attempt.
That's what life's all about.
Put those SDR doors to the test, and they definitely held up. So. This thing was on its side completely, and all I got was a little scratch on it, so I'm not mad about it. SDR definitely came in clutch. If we had those plastic ones on there, the stock ones, they wouldn't have lasted.
And your shoulder would be sad.
And my shoulder would be sad, exactly.
Because
so
it would have got you right there.
Huge shout out to SDR for making these badass doors, because my shoulder is inside the car for the most part, and my arms right here. So without having these doors on there, I probably would have slammed pretty hard. Yeah, there's probably some marks on the on the rocks itself, but it's cool. I'm pretty stoked. Hey, Tim said put these doors to the ringer and make them pay, and that's what I did. So bummed that it's all scratched up, but at least the doors are broken in now, right? Woo! It's
Chilly.
so cold. Well guys, that's gonna do it for us this video. We just kind of cruised around, had some fun.
Kind of cruised around.
Yeah,
We got a little sendy there,
I know. Well,
sir.
yeah.
You'll see.
Yeah, well, you know, we tried doing a couple things that we don't normally do, which is a lot of rock sections and try to push the car a little bit more than what I have in the past. Usually it's more like desert stuff and going fast and hitting whoops and stuff like that. So that's the stuff that I like to do, but rock stuff is new. So rock sections and rock crawling and all that stuff is new for us. So we were just having fun with it today. We were finding some spots, and I don't know, we kind of messed up the, the car. Let's see, broke my mirror right up top. The doors are pretty scraped up, but they're doors. They're gonna get beat on. Tim asked me, SDR said, beat on those doors. And literally the car was, we didn't get the footage, we didn't get the actual like crash or whatever filmed, which
I was more worried about him because I saw his arm like right here for a second. But so I was like, shoot, I wanted to make sure he was okay, and you know, our radio wasn't working. So he usually has a radio in his helmet, and I have one in my hand or attached to me that I can talk to him with, and it wasn't working, so I couldn't tell. I wanted to make sure everything was good, and not be like, hey, I'm gonna get footage of you, and he's like, help, you know, my elbow.
Yeah, so we didn't get that footage, which kind of sucks, or even a photo of it. But the car was on its side on that chute, and the car is it's just too narrow. I mean, it being 64 inches wide, it's like you have to hit it perfectly, and I got it perfect one time, but I couldn't tell where I was. So yeah, well, it ended up backing down, doing it again, and then couldn't get it, kept sliding because my tires were full of mud and stuff. And then tried it again, had it, front tires and the whole driver's side just went boom and slammed on the whole side of the car. The whole side of the car was on its side, and you know, it is what it is. Got some damage to fix, but not too bad. Other than that, it was a pretty good day.
It was fun.
It was a good day. It's always good to be on the RZR and adventuring and doing different things. We found some new trails that we haven't been on ever, so it was pretty cool to see that. And yeah, it is freaking cold though.
It is cold. I'm actually wearing my gaiter to be used as a gaiter, not as a face mask right now.
And I don't know what's going on, but either I smoked a belt completely and there's a big flat spot in it, because this thing was roasting. I mean, it was smoking like crazy. So I think I put a flat spot in the belt, but every time I go low gear, it just it jerks really bad. So I gotta rip it apart tomorrow, see what the damage is and what happened. More than likely smoked belt, but I'm really hoping it's something else. And yeah, that's gonna do it for us this video. So
Thanks for watching.
that's right, thanks for watching. We'll have more footage coming soon, and hopefully some cool installs for you guys, and as always, more awesome action. All right guys, we're out of here.
Ka-chow.
Ka-chow.